Welcome to the Explore.NET video tutorial showing how to send an Xmail using the .NET Content Management System. In a previous video tutorial I showed you how to set up an Xmail. Now we're going to go through the process to send this out. So what we need to do is first of all log into our Content Manager and go to the Xmail system part of the Content Manager. So if you click on this icon up here, and then we just need to select the email we want to send from the left hand navigation, and we're going to click on the Email Settings tab. In here we can actually start naming our Xmail. In this case the title field allows you to put in a name that only you will see. It will change the name of the email over in this left hand menu and just allow it's just a reference for you. So in this case we're going to call it Demo Email 2. The subject line is what will actually appear to your users when they receive the Xmail. So it's important that you put in something concise that outlines what they will find out in this email. Something that encourages them to read it, and avoid words like enlarge, free and win, as these will trigger spam filters. So in this case we are just going to call it Upstarters in the Know Great March Prizes. We're also going to add in a from email address. This must be a valid email address under the new anti-spam legislation introduced in New Zealand, so people must be able to reply to you at this email address. We're also going to put in a friendly name that this is from. In this case it's a kids magazine's email, so the peeps at Upstart is actually quite an appropriate friendly from name. It just reminds them why they're getting this email, how did they end up subscribing. You can also attach a file to this email just by clicking the select button. We don't encourage you to do this unless it's absolutely necessary, as it can trigger some spam filters. So it's really more designed for people who need to send out terms and conditions documents with their emails. The other thing you can do is set a priority for your email. In this case we're just going to set it to normal because it's not of high priority, and we're then just going to click the save button and wait for the system to then save the changes we've made. Once this is finished saving, the next tab we're going to go to is the Recipients tab, and this will show us a list of all the member groups that we've currently got set up, and we can then select the one that we'd like to send the Xmail to. In this case it's the test email group, and then what I'm going to do is then just click the save button again. Always save your changes as you go through, because if your internet connections are halfway through your setting up, you don't want to lose everything you've just worked on. We're then going to click on the test tab, and we're going to type in who we would like to send this to as a test. It's very important that you check your emails before sending them out to a mass email list, as the last thing you want to do is send out an email with a mistake in it. In this case I'm sending it to myself and also Amy. To send to two people you just separate the two email addresses with a semicolon, and then just click the test send button and it will actually send it out. Now what I'm going to do is check my email inbox, and sure enough there's our test email, so I'm going to open it up. And I'm just going to right click to download the images, and that looks pretty good to me. The other thing that's really important to do is to check the links that you've put up in the email. So in this case I'm going to click the image here because I know I've set up a link, and make sure it takes me through the right page. And you should test all your links. It's very important that you do that. Once you're happy, you then just need to come through and click on the Send tab. Now until the system is happy that you've selected a recipient group, that you've set up a subject, and that you've tested the system, it won't let you send. So what we need to do is click Save on the email, and then to let it know that we've done all those three things, because we have, we then just need to click on the email again in the left hand menu, as this will refresh the system and make sure it's content that you've actually done all that's required. It's just to make sure that you don't accidentally emails out when you're not prepared. So we're now going to go back to the Send tab, and you'll see that it's now ticked all three things. It's happy that we've done that. It's another time for us to check, and I'm actually really happy with that, so I'm going to click the Send Now button. If you're sending to a lot of people, this will take a while to do, so you are just going to have to leave the system open and wait for it to do its thing. In this case we're only sending to 3 people, so it comes up with the messages successfully sent message quite quickly for me. Now I'm going to check. Sure enough, here's our email that was sent up. I can now download the images and take a look at that. That's exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm now going to click on a couple of links. The reason I'm going to do this is because next thing I'm going to do is show you the statistics system, which will show you how many links from. So I've actually clicked on 2 there, and it's opened the website twice for me. I'm now going to go and click on the email icon again. The reason we do that is because we want to refresh the system, because we've now sent this email. And sure enough, it's now in the Sent Mail area. You'll also see that it stays under the Drafts area. Now the reason for this is because sometimes you'll want to send out multiple emails that are very similar in setup, and so rather than you having to go from scratch, you can actually start editing an existing one that you've already sent and just overwrite it. But in this case, we're going to go through to the demo email area, and we're actually going to click on the tab called recipient groups, and you'll see there that it tells me who I sent this email to. And then if I click on the recipient members tab, it'll actually show me the members who received the email. And here we can see that I've received it and I've opened it, and Amy's received it twice because she was set up in that group twice, and it says that she has actually received it but not opened it yet. The next thing we're going to do is go through to email statistics, and here we can see that when the email was sent, how many people received it, and was it successful. In this case, it was 33% successful because 1 out of 3 people opened it. Now, you're generally looking for about a 20% hit rate on email campaigns. If you get that it's been a successful campaign. I can also see here that 2 links to the Creative Critters page was clicked on, and that's pretty good information to have because it can show you how successful particular campaigns or information are. And if I go back to recipient members area, you can see here that I can see that it was me that clicked on those 2 links. So that is an overview on how you send and check the statistics on an Xmail campaign using the Explore.net Xmail system. For more information, please check www.explore.net. Thank you.